Thumbnails are literally everything. If you got a weak thumbnail, you have a weak video. You need to put your most best thoughts into that video. Weak thumbnail equals weak views. So first of all, take a bunch of photos of you making really exaggerated and animated faces. I'm talking about like like, make it feel ridiculous. You want to feel ridiculous on camera because the more ridiculous and more exaggerated you feel, it'll look that much more appealing to people clicking on the video. As you're filming your video, start already thinking of your thumbnail. Don't just like make your video and make your idea blah 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 and then after your video's done start thinking, okay, what am I gonna do for my thumbnail? Don't do that. What you want to do is, as you're making your video, as you're making your idea for the video, already have like that thumbnail going in your mind. Because like I said, the thumbnail is one of the most important things of your video to actually get the views. People say you can't judge a book by its cover, but like, why do we make book covers in the first place, right? So it's like, also, by the way, your video title and your thumbnail, they're like intrinsically linked together. The more you're able to like actually make them work together, the better. Contrast in your thumbnail. Huge. Use very legible text and use very distinct looking color palette, color schemes. You should be able to shrink it down to a very minuscule size and you can still make out to like the main elements of that picture and be able to tell what it is. If you shrink down your image and it looks like, oh, I can't see the text anymore, or this looks like starts blending in together, you fail in your thumbnail, fix it. Now for the actual creation process, you can definitely have distinct type thumbnails and do whatever you want to do, but for a general purpose thumbnail, I put my subject on either third, left third or right third, it doesn't matter to me for real. And then for the background, I use whatever topic I'm talking about. I throw in some Gaussian blur, add in any secondary elements that are part of my video that's involved. And by the way, comment below if you want to get like an extended tutorial of this, because you know, I'm just speedrunning this, so you know. Alright, after that, you dim it down a little bit so that it has that contrast from the foreground and the background, and boom, it pops out more. My background to be whatever my topic of the video is. If I don't have any like actual topic that I can take a picture of or use as a background, I literally would just use my room, so it works out. After that, I like to add some type of like outer glow to the subject, whether it be me or whatever I'm talking about, just so it has even more separation from the background and you can see from a distance, and it can be really small on the screen, but you can be able to tell exactly what it is. I choose my text, and your text should be sort of related to whatever your title is, just so you have that connection between your title and your thumbnail. By the way, I already have a font chosen in that white square that I made. Comment below if you want a full in-depth tutorial on how to make those. When I'm at a decent position, I like to be extra and add a gradient in the background and then fade it out. That way it adds a little bit of texture in the background, and it's just kind of cool. And then finally, after a little bit of extra editing here and there, I get something that looks like this. And lastly, this little red arrow. Sometimes it doesn't have to be red. Sometimes it doesn't have to be curved. Sometimes it doesn't have to be straight. Sometimes it doesn't have to be even pointing at anything in the first place. You just need this arrow. It's just part of YouTube. It's just how it is. It's crucial. Just make sure it's there. Do you want views? That's up to you. Find all those things, and boom, you already have a pretty decent looking thumbnail. Like I said, this is a general use thumbnail, not like something you have to use for, or format you have to use for everything. There's a lot of YouTubers who definitely do use this format for everything. I'm talking about these guys right here. These guys right here. All these, they definitely have a format. It's working for them, so it's like you can't knock it. But